Hello everybody, welcome back to Souls and a diversion. We are back in the Bastille and we've got a Pharos Lockstone to use. So let's do that. And let's pop into a little secret area. This is Belfry Luna. It's a little PvP side area, home to the Bellkeeper's Covenant, and members of said Covenant will invade you as you try and work your way up through this little tower. So maybe it won't happen. It's been fairly quiet on the PvP front, so we might get away with it. Let's see. Just three little Bellkeeper dwarves down here. So we'll get rid and head up this ladder where we find a lever. That will allow us to open that gate with the fog door. But there's also a bunch of buggers up here as well, so let's try and deal with those if we can. One down. There were two attacking us, so I'm not sure where the other one's gone. But let's get the lever. It's fine. And a chest while we're up here. Why not? And there might be an item as well. Behind one of these walls. Let's have a look over this one. Nope. So I'm either wrong, or I've just gone to all three of the incorrect walls before I found the correct one. Which is of course the case. So we've opened a fog door. Is it a fog door or is it a boss door? Let's find out. There's the other guy. He fell down the hole. What a spoon. And yeah, we've made it through without getting invaded. Lovely. I'm sure there's nothing horrible out. Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna peg it.
Yeah, it's these lads again. And yeah. They're every bit as horrible as they were last time. Except now there's more of them. Ah, jeez. Thought I'd timed that right. Failed miserably. And yeah, they still do flames when they get down to low health. Now there's three of them. Jeez. Jeez, almost made that. Thank you. Right. One down. Doesn't really help because there's more coming in. And yeah, this is going horrible. Oh, come on. Right, you've taken a hit. And yeah. Got caught in behind that nubbin, which didn't help. Didn't help at all. So back we go, but at least we got the fog door open. Right, let's try that again. With less failure. Oh, come on, how did that hit? Oh, what was that? Little backwards defensive hop. That's no fun. Need that sup. Yeah, you just do whatever that was. That's fine. Oh, come on. These bastards, they just catch you out. And now there's three of them again. Oh, that one's got lightning attacks. I've never seen that before. You get out of here. And I'll have another sup. I forgot Ed Soul's over there. Right, yep. You've both swung, so that's good. Sup? just got it in. Yeah, you can do your little behind attacks all you like. I saw that one coming. And yeah, another one down. Good. Now, still taking them two at a time, which is kind of fine, I guess. And yeah, I'd like to stay focused on the one, but if he's going to hang back, then we'll have to hit the other. Pop a quick life gem if we can. And another hit, good. Cheeky. Yep. I'll take that trade, I think. Now he's about to fireball me, probably. Or not. Nice. That worked out perfectly. And we just got one left, maybe. And down. So yeah, it's not as tough a fight as the Souls 1 gargoyles, I don't think. But it's still quite challenging. It's given us a nice pile of souls and access to the rest of the belfry. It's only a little area. We're pretty much done already. And we got ourselves a ritual band, which is nice, I guess. So yeah, if you remember the Bellkeeper's Covenant, you can just sort of hang around in here near this bonfire if you like. And you can wait for people to come in and try and kill them before they can get that boss door open. And that's really all this area is about. Apart from this little bit down here. Can we? No, that's never going to work. Not with these bloody awful edges. But if we come most of the way down a ladder and then back up, then we've got the dog's attention and they might roam around a bit. Oh shite, we've only got 10 crossbow bolts left. So this ain't happening. 6 dogs and an invader that comes in as soon as you hit the floor. And then you get to fight all them, and if you win you can get yourself a dragon's tooth, which is a pretty damn cool weapon, so it's definitely worthwhile if you're not an axeman. So we'll spend those gargoyle souls that we've just picked up, another couple of levels of strength, we're up to 40 now. Which is good stuff. And I wasn't really expecting to clear Belfry Luna quite so quickly, but we did. So let's start opening the way to the third primal bonfire. And so another route out of Majula brings us up to a man with a blue sword. Very nice.
Have you business with me? The way under's all blocked up, you see, by this god-awful statue. Heavens above. Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oof, I'm in quite the pickle now.
Quite the pickle, you say?
See that statue? It just doesn't seem quite right. Hey, you don't think a real-life person was turned to stone, do you?
Yes, that's exactly what I think.
See that statue?
And then, yeah, that's all he's got to say at this point. That's Benhart of Jugo. He could be a friend, maybe. And the statue he's talking about appears to be that lady. A little rumble of a gargoyle there from the sound of things. And we've got some side doors full of horrible looking buggers with weird stomach sacks. So we don't want them hanging around. Their weapons also look pretty poisonous. You're going to come out, my friend. Yep, you're an ugly man.
That was uncalled for.
So that's a couple of them down. There's a few more doors up top, so let's knock on one of them, see if we can get some more dudes to pop down. There we go. 6 bolts. And that's brought out a friend. But it's actually brought out multiple friends, because that's going to alert the others in their various prisons up there. And then this way we get to fight them on our terms, rather than all 6 of them charging out at once.
Get up to this.
Nice. And a rapier for our troubles. Nice. So we know how to deal with statues. Let's give her the old fragrant branch, and... lovely, she's now a person. We should probably speak to her before we open the door.
Thank you.
Get a move on.
I've been petrified. Hard to speak.
Blood and stomach pills.
Give me a moment, please.
Oh, she's having a fun time of it, isn't she?
I'm fine. I think. No. I'm fine. Really, I am. My name is Rosabeth. Thank you so much for rescuing me.
Lovely.
Oh, you're that traveller. I still haven't thanked you. Well, I'm quite a hand at pyromancy, so perhaps you could consider this my thanks.
A prism stone. Lovely. 1 prism stone.
I was attacked and turned to stone, I think. I owe you my life. If you had not come... Oh, I feel shameful wearing these rags. I hate to burden you further, as you've already saved my life, but just look at me. My clothes are in tatters. Do you have any clothing that you could spare? I'll take anything, whatever you don't need. I'm not particular when it comes to apparel. Anything at all will do. Just put it on the ground, and I'll change into it later.
So yeah, now we get to play dress up with Rosabeth. So what shall we give her to wear? Ironclad armour. Why not? Yeah, we'll just give her the armour, that'll be fine.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy for this gift. After I change into this, I'm heading for Majula. I'm not sure where I might find the Lord, but perhaps Majula is my best chance.
Perhaps it is. But now, let's pull open this lever and see what it was that could have possibly turned it to stone. And sounds like a basilisk. And is in fact a basilisk. There it is. There it goes. So we're opening a new route. And we've got a bonfire. Let's have a quick sit. That'll just make sure Rosabeth gets back safely, I'm sure. Might also bring back the basilisk, but hey ho. Wasn't the toughest we've faced. And over here, it's another shard. Lovely. Now we've got some side rooms up top, so let's have a look at these if we can. Another one with an Uggo man. Let's see him out of the way. And this cell contains someone entirely different. There he is. Hello, friend. Little dwarf guy. Bit more about him than the Uggos, but not much. And on the other side, we might actually have some treasure.
Nope.
But now we've got another exciting new area to check out. Somewhere down the line. Let's see. Yep, we're in the Shaded Woods. Different to the Huntsman's Copse and the Forest of Fallen Giants and all the other wooded areas we've been to, but not that different. And this little bit anyway is just sort of a transitional area, kind of. That guy's going to lob rocks at us because he's a div. But yeah, we got his mate down off the wall, which is what we wanted. Old rock thrower's not going to come over and try and attack us. Oh god. I wasn't expecting him to still be up. This is where it all goes tits. Or is it? No, it's not. We're fine. Oh, you're a rock thrower as well, are you? Horrible bastards. We'll take that one rock off him, because that could come in handy. And what we got up here? Another lockstone. Very nice. Okay. Whole lot of dudes. Should we just bum rush them?
Yorkshire.
Yeah. That was wise. Yeah, that works out just fine. And a battle axe, you say? Nice. Although we've already upgraded Shania and Faith an awful lot, so we probably don't want to switch to a battle axe at this point. We may have other axes to pick up down the line, but we're not quite there yet. And after that short run, we've got ourselves to another bonfire. And up top, a friend, maybe? Or has he moved? Yeah. Creighton used to be sat in this little spot. Back in vanilla. And you could chat with him again, he'd be like, oh, that cheeky prick, Pate. But, yeah, it seems we don't have to worry about him right now. But we are at a crossroads. We've got a left path, which leads up towards Dranlake Castle. There's a door over here somewhere that we can't get through yet because we haven't lit the 4 primal bonfires. And then we've got a path up towards Aldia's Keep, which we don't know anything about yet. And this away, we get the worst part of the game. The old fog forest in the Shaded Woods. But if you know what you're doing and you stick to the left wall, then all of the invisible enemies which run around in this area, because of course there's invisible enemies in there, because why wouldn't there be? They'll generally leave you be if you sneak in the fashion in which we have. Not much going on over here it seems, but in fact there is. There's a head.
Leave me be. I like it quiet. Leave me be.
No.
What business have you here, traveller? You may call me Vengal, if I deserve a name in this sorry state. 'Tis rare to flap these gums. This is pleasant. Long ago, I was hired to defend the kingdom. I remember a long, brutal fight, and then somebody killed me. Or so I thought. I came to and found myself like this. I don't know what explains it, but it's not so bad, really. Now I watch the days go by and gaze at the night sky, thinking of the finer things. Far removed from war, I'd grown weary of battle, but did not realize it until now.
Interesting.
I know not what brings you on this journey, nor will I deign to ask. You may bear a great burden, but don't we all? I prefer to stay my distance, but I want to warn you of something. My body.
Ooh.
I see visions, headless, raging without me. My body wielding my sword, a sword forged only to kill. My body will show no mercy. If you see the wretched thing, stay far away.
Interesting stuff.
I learn new things every day. Things never learned in battle. And, thanks to you, I've recalled the joy of conversation. If I can help you, if you require something, do speak up.
Lovely. Well, we'll take your gesture. Decapitate, that's fitting. And what could you sell us? A claymore and a greatsword, that's pretty cool. Big arrows. Bit of lightning stuff by the look of it, and a spell. Nothing we need, but yeah, you're a cool guy, Vengal.
Farewell. I will retire to my silence.
Although that's got to suck. You meet someone and chat with them for the first time in like goodness knows how long, and then they're like, well, I gotta go, I'll see you later. But yeah, Vengal's a cool head. It must be interesting just being a severed head that's immortal and just watching the days roll by. Being alone with nothing but your thoughts. I could probably be comfortable in an existence like that long term.
Oh, you boring sod.
Now, we keep going round left. We're going to come back and explore this area a little later, but we can clear the fog in Scholar. Liar! Which you couldn't do in Vanilla. So we'll do that first. It's a ways off, but I can assure you we'll return to that bit at some point. But first, bonfire. This episode's been full of bonfires. Game's been very generous with us. And before I forget, we've got a purchase to make in Majula, I think. Now, you've got a new item for me, haven't you, cat friend? The Ring of Whispers can hear the voices of foes. As far as I can tell, this only does one thing in the entire game.
Satisfied?
But we are going to do the thing that it does. So with that picked up, we should head back to the old Shaded Woods. And so now we're in the Shaded Woods proper, really. Look at this guy. Bloody phantom guy just sat down on there. You can't lock onto these guys when they're phantom. It's quite annoying. They're the guys that are in the woods behind us. And with the whole area looking white, you can see why those guys are functionally invisible. But before we dig into this zone properly, let's take a side route. Drop off here. We can jump back through there, but first of all we'll explore... Oh yeah. We could use a fragrance to get through that. Maybe we will. But first up we got another Scion Knight, and you know what that means. Lulu, get off the keyboard please. I'm right in the middle of a fight. Good. Jeez. Just a troublemaker, that one. And it's another Sublime Bone Dust. That's totes cool. We love it. Now, shall we Fragrant Branch you? Why not? We've got fragrant branches everywhere at the moment. We've got like 3 of the buggers. Oh, there's a moth up there. Stealing my camera. Cheeky. Now, these guys are cool because they use axes. And axes are cool. And they also hit like a truck. But they can be backstabbed. And you know what that means. Yeah, you can bugger off. They added a whole bunch of new moths in Scholar. They're all over the shop. It's quite interesting. No one's quite sure why they're there. And they're often in spots that you just don't ever need to go to or look in. They're almost like a hidden reward for people. Ah, it's a head.
Oh, it's the exact opposite of that!
A body. With no head. I got my words the wrong way round.
Oh, you dodgy bugger.
And 2 swords. You didn't mention 2 swords, Vengal's head. So this should be fun. Lulu, I swear, if you stand on the keyboard during this fight, I won't be impressed. Oh, and the fight's over anyway. She distracted me merely by walking across the desk in front of me. That's why I died, not just incompetence. Now, you again. Have your backstab. Thanks. There's the souls. Nice little run. Nice and easy. Now, let's try this again. But better. Same but better. Yep, it's going alright. Oh, and he can stagger, that's good. Yeah, that was pretty much just better all round. And we got Vengar's armor set. Very nice. Might wear that at some point. We didn't get his helmet for obvious reasons. But now we can come through this area in a manner that's pretty much backwards compared to how you're supposed to go through. What, are you telling me we're seriously out of fragrant branches already?
Flashback.
Now, shall we fragrant branch you? Why not? We've got fragrant branches everywhere at the moment. We've got like 3 of the buggers.
End of flashback.
Oh, I used one on Rosabeth as well, didn't I? That might explain it. Ah, well. We're not going through that particular statue route then at this point. But we are getting another chest with a Black Knight weapon. Yeah, the halberd this time. Although, yeah, it suffers from the same fate as the others. Which is that fire-based stuff involves both int and faith in Souls 2. Cursed Jars. This is where the Cursed Jars live. This is their zone. What we saw earlier was just a sneak preview. Are you also a statue? You are. Mother Trucker, I thought... I thought we had more than this, because there's another statue guy further in the level, isn't there, as well? So they're bloody everywhere. Although this guy, I think, has moved. I don't think he was a statue, but either way, I think he's moved in Scholar, so you can cross this bridge without problems. When you couldn't in Vanilla. You had to unfreeze him to be able to use that little shortcut back to the bonfire. And yeah, this guy's a pain. Get out. So we'll do a little more exploring, I think, and then we'll wrap up and we'll properly finish off this area next time. There's a Cursed Jar again, so we'll just run straight past the bloody thing. And perhaps we'll come back up and get it. Lovely. And a chest. Chunk and a dragon bone. Both welcome. Now, what have we got round to the left? Should we explore the left? We've kind of half explored the left by killing Vengal and whatnot. But there is this a little bit. And we've got Flame Butterfly for our troubles. And there were Cursed Jars somewhere over here. There it is. But there are others, and yep, they cursed us. So that's cost us a little bit of our max health. That's a shame. We'll probably use a humanity at some point to top up, because we are getting pretty close to 50%. And you're another statue. It's all statues all the time. Now, is this a case of... Yeah. I thought this one was high up. And yeah, of course. And now we're at heavy bolts. What a pain. Can easily buy some more next time we hit a bonfire. And yeah, there's more cursing happening, which is there.
Cover this end.
I thought you were a ghost player, but you're actually a real enemy, so have the free hits and have fun with those. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's a pain. And they will backstab you if they get the chance, which they often do when you're in the foggy part of the woods. Another lockstone. We're definitely swimming in lockstone, so I'll give you that. And where's the crystal lizard? There it is. And bugger. Yeah, these axes aren't great when the lizards run into corners like that. What a shitter. Grab this chest though while we can. Dark side, fair enough. Now down here we have what looks very much like a horrible bugger. But fear not, my friends. There's our statue. Now, where's our Ring of Whispers? There it is. So we can hear the voices of foes. Poor soul. Yeah.
Human, are we? This is no place for you. Be gone. Are you not afraid of me?
No?
Humans rarely come here. Those who do turn back when they see me. Or make an attempt on my life. But you are different.
We are. We're
once
Barry.
had a master. He created us long, long ago. But he was born with a fatal flaw. He resented those who had what he lacked and became fully mired in hatred. Eventually, he drove himself mad. It was at the peak of this madness that he conjured up we strange creatures.
Interesting.
Our master was a tragically lonely soul. Eventually, his solitude eroded his very reason. In the end, he never understood what it...
Oops.
Nobody knows when we were born, or where our master has gone. The only ones who even speak a human tongue are myself and my better half. I wish to ask a favor of you. I want you to kill my betrothed. Once, I always found her at my side. But as time went on, things went awry. She became violent, raging uncontrollably. Eventually, she came after me, and we have been locked in combat ever since. We seem to be at a standstill. The wounds we exchange are never lethal. I was born of my master's madness. Perhaps this is some curse. I will be sure to assist you in return.
And that's probably all he's got to
The
say.
past is a distant
Yeah.
fog. My name was Targ. That is all that I remember.
Lovely. So yeah, good old man Scorpion Targ. He wants us to kill another scorpion from the sound of it. Scorpions is super cool, so we'll do as he says and assist him. But yeah, look at how cool he is. He's a man, he's a scorpion. And he was created by his master, who we'll learn more about later, the Duke. But for now, it's probably a good time as any to end this episode, so let's do so in the warm embrace of our new friend Targ. It's been a talky one today, but next time, action. Lots of action. Thanks for watching, friends.